Jesus. Jesus, they're...
Beneath the waves, there's a world most of us will never see. Strange beings, fleeting shadows, and moments that defy explanation.
Just see that they're coordinating. Jesus. Don't move, just...
In this video, you'll witness beauty, fear, and awe. And decide for yourself what is real, what's an illusion, and what lurks just out of reach. In the following clip, a man wandering along a quiet shoreline stumbled onto something he never expected to see out in the open. At first, he thought it was driftwood, until it moved. Moments later, it slid back into the ocean, disappearing with a slow, deliberate grace, as though the land was only a temporary escape, or a place it visits often. It vanished beneath the waves, leaving no trace, except the lingering thought that it might not have been alone. And if you think that first sighting was surprising, this next one takes things even further. Captured in Malaysia, a group of people filming near the water suddenly noticed something gliding beneath the surface. At first they assumed it was a large fish, until the shape became clearer. The outline, the movement, everything pointed to one thing: a mermaid. But if you believe it wasn't, then the question becomes unavoidable. What else moves like this, looks like this, and swims this close to humans without fear? The figure vanished before anyone could get closer, leaving in the same chilling possibility. Maybe the creatures we think belong in myths have been swimming around us far more often than we realize. This next clip starts off like a normal day. Just a group of friends having a picnic by the ocean. They had their table set, the food laid out, everyone laughing and recording little moments to remember the day by, until the camera caught something none of them were prepared for. Out of nowhere, a figure rises from the water, reaches for their food with surprising confidence, and slips back into the ocean, only to reappear moments later, calmly eating what it took. And this is where the debates began. If this creature truly feeds like this, what does that say about their diet? Are there carnivorous mermaids, or even vegetarian ones? And just how similar are their feeding habits to ours? Some believe this clip might be the closest evidence yet that these beings live far more complex lives than humans ever imagined. For years, whispers had been circling through a small village in southeastern Nigeria, stories of a strange river-dwelling creature said to appear only at dusk. As the rumors grew louder, the village leaders placed a reward for anyone bold enough to capture it. In a place where folklore and reality often overlap, this wasn't seen as superstition, it was seen as survival. Eventually, a group of men claimed they had finally tracked the creature down, and from the look in their eyes, they had no intent.
Tiens la femme! Elle glisse!
Laissez-moi!
Non, tu vas pas retourner dans l'eau. Recule, recule, mets ton pied. Voilà, allez, tire! Pas question, on sort d'ici. On y est presque, pousse encore.
What you're seeing here reflects a truth in many Nigerian communities. When a mysterious being is believed to bring misfortune, people will do anything to stop it. And in this village, many were convinced this creature was the source of their recent tragedies. Failed harvests, unexplained illnesses, and nights filled with strange cries echoing from the water. But here's where the story takes a haunting turn. No one knows if the men succeeded. No proof, no update, nothing. Some say the creature dragged them into the river. Others believe the men captured it but hid the body out of fear of what it might bring. And then there are a few who insist the creature still lives in that river, waiting for whoever comes next. Right in Gensan Fishport, fishermen hauled in something so bizarre. And no, it wasn't tuna. Almost lifeless, the creature was dragged out of the water as the men tried to figure out what they were even looking at. But before you doubt the video, it's worth noting that the Philippines has a deep, centuries-old tradition of mermaid and water spirit folklore. From the sirena to the katao, beings said to live in the ocean and lure sailors with their voice. But I'll let you be the judge on this one. Deep beneath the surface, where sunlight fades into darkness and the ocean becomes its own world, a lone diver was exploring an area rumored to hold the remains of an old, forgotten ship. The water was quiet, almost too quiet then. Out of nowhere, he spotted movement. For a moment, it looked like the creatures sensed they were being watched. But instead of attacking or fleeing, they simply continued their task, as if the diver didn't matter at all. In this next clip, things take a terrifying turn. A group of friends had gone out on a small boat to relax, record memories, and escape the noise of the land. But the peace didn't last. Not long into their trip, they noticed something fast, too fast, moving beneath the surface. Within seconds, it was trailing them, cutting through the water with frightening precision. Many viewers believe what you're about to see isn't a mermaid at all, but a siren. Now that you've seen it, the real question becomes harder to ignore. Are sirens truly hunting, or simply warning humans to stay away from something deeper, darker, and far more dangerous lurking below? And just when you think the last clip couldn't get any stranger, this next one shifts the entire mood. In this video, some fishermen went out for a routine catch and pulled up something unlike anything they'd ever seen.
Easy. Easy there. Lord above, what are you? Still breathing.
Barely. The water's too quiet.
The shape, the color, the way it moved, everything about it radiates mystery. What shocked most viewers wasn't its appearance, but its calmness. Why wasn't it attacking? Why didn't it flee? Was it observing or inviting? Some argue it's a younger creature still learning to navigate humans. Others insist it's a warning, because when the ocean becomes quiet, something bigger is usually near. And if that last sighting wasn't enough to challenge what we think we know, this next one takes things even further. A wildlife documentary team headed out to sea that morning, expecting to film dolphins, maybe even a whale if they were lucky. But the moment they sent their drone over the water, it captured something they never planned for. At first, a few members of the crew brushed it off as dolphins swimming in formation, until someone slowed the footage and noticed the shapes weren't moving like dolphins at all. The limbs, the posture, even the way they twisted through the water seemed almost human. But here's the real question. If this is what the drone caught by accident, what else is out there slipping past us every single day? After everything you've seen so far, this next moment might be the one that truly makes you pause. A group of fishermen were out on the water before sunrise, the kind of quiet morning where you can hear every pull of the net, every splash against the boat. They were expecting the usual catch, until something inside the net began to move violently. What they hauled up wasn't just fighting, it was resisting, and with the way it looked, many immediately labeled it a siren. Some claim sirens are far more aggressive than mermaids, stronger, faster, and capable of ripping through nets if pushed too far. But of course, that's only a rumor. Or is it? But if you think that last encounter was intense, this next moment takes things even further. Another group of fishermen found themselves face to face with something even larger, something their equipment simply wasn't built for. Within seconds, the net snapped like it was made of cotton. People online immediately started speculating. Some claim it was a giant siren, an adult, far stronger than the younger ones often caught on camera. And sometimes, when something that powerful rises unexpectedly, it's rarely alone. This next clip was recorded at a Mexican beach. People noticed a fish darting frantically across the shallow water. Its movements frantic, almost like it was running from something. Curious, they ran closer to see what was causing such chaos, and what they discovered was unlike anything they'd imagined. There, gliding with uncanny grace, was a mermaid. The people around couldn't shake the feeling that the ocean still holds secrets it will only reveal on its own terms. In this next clip, the fishermen had just hauled in what they thought was an ordinary catch, but as soon as it surfaced, it became clear that this was no ordinary fish. They struggled to hold it down, but its strength was far beyond anything they'd ever encountered. Speculations ran wild. Some whispered it might be a merman. Others insisted it was a siren, while a few claimed it could be an entirely unknown cryptid. But the truth remains a mystery. In this next clip, the camera captures a pale, almost lifeless figure, its shape unmistakably human, yet disturbingly otherworldly. Now imagine being there in that moment, seeing this with your own eyes. Would you ever step back into the same water it came from? Our next story plunges deep beneath the ocean's surface. A group of men exploring in a small submarine thought they were prepared for the unknown. But the creatures they came face to face with were massive, unlike anything recorded in marine biology books.
Dude, keep it in frame. Hurry.
See that they're coordinating. Don't move, just stay quiet. Crack. There, top corner. It's leaking.
Pressure's climbing. We need to ascend now.
As the submarine's hull began to creak and crack under pressure, panic set in, and they had no choice but to retreat. They escaped with their lives, but not with answers. And those mysterious creatures remain, waiting, watching, and perhaps wondering when they'll return. This next clip brings us back to the surface. Some fishermen taking a break from their haul suddenly spotted something unusual gliding beneath the waves. Curious, one of the men reached for it, but what he pulled up was unlike anything they'd expected.
Hey! Somebody get up here! Oh, still! Easy! Oh, it's slipping! I can't keep it! Hey!
Struggling to hold on to the slippery creature, he called for help. But the video ends before we see what happened next. Did it escape, or was it simply released by the men? Could this be an entirely unknown species, or something that has avoided human eyes for centuries? Also, what would you do if you came face to face with something the world has never documented? In this next clip, a man notices something shifting beneath the surface. Something he couldn't quite identify and doesn't want to jump to conclusions about. What you just saw, could it be a known sea creature, a cryptid, or something humanity has never encountered before? The answer is still up in the air, and maybe that's exactly how it's meant to be. What do you think? In this next clip, a diver named Joni went exploring beneath the waves, filming the usual marine life, until something unusual caught his eye.
I think I'm seeing something unusual. It's staying near the rocks, not going closer, just observing.
Among the fish and currents, he spotted a mermaid gliding through the water. The sight was so fleeting yet so distinct, it makes you wonder how many of these creatures are out there, quietly swimming where no one is watching. In the following video, 6 friends were relaxing, laughing, sharing a beer or two, completely unaware that something was lurking nearby. Then one of them paused. He said he heard something, and a few seconds later, they all saw it.
Go, go, go! Look at that!
Holy, what is that? Jesus.
It's on the rail! It's on the rail!
Get it off!
Move, move, back, get back!
Kick it, kick it!
Huh? It's going under! It's under!
Punch it faster!
We're not out of it yet! They're still coming! Hold on!
Because the video cuts off so suddenly, viewers still debate the same question. Did these men make it out or not? And if you were out on the water and something like this rose up beside your boat, what would your next move be? This next clip comes from a drone flying high above the Pacific Ocean, capturing something that defies explanation. Is this a new species, a legendary sea creature, or something humans have yet to fully understand? The video ends before any answers appear. But if you were witnessing this in real life, would you dare to follow it or turn away before uncovering the truth? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one.